Hello everyone, welcome back to day 5 of quarantine. Today we got a fun video for you. It's all centered around coffee today. We know that you run on coffee just like America runs on Dunkin'. But Dunkin's awful.
Yep.
We hate Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I'd rather be wearing a hat for this video. Can you run downstairs and grab one of my hats? You think people want to see this? So we've drank a lot of coffee in this house, and I really like collecting things. And so every bag of coffee that I've ordered online or bought in store, I've kept, and I just kind of want to show you.
Goodness, I didn't know you had this many.
There's so many. This is not necessarily about the coffee that we drink, so much as it is about the mugs that we drink it out of. I'm a firm believer that it is not something that just gives you life, but it's something that you enjoy on a daily basis. I think the best way to enjoy that is to not always drink it on the go, but to drink it out of a mug. So we've gathered up every mug in our house, and we're just gonna go around like a mug tour.
All right, let's start off with our video sponsor, Quixotic Coffee. Thank you for endorsing us.
Do they sponsor the channel?
Yeah, they
I didn't know
sponsor us.
that. We've been getting so many calls lately.
I know, it's crazy. This is a little coffee shop in St. Paul that I work at. Pretty decent coffee.
It's wonderful coffee. Top of the line coffee.
I was trying to be modest. We serve good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
It kind of felt like something we needed to have.
Yeah, the flip side of the mug is the coolest.
It's the crown.
It's cool. Mug number 1. This is just kind of like your daily driver of mugs here. When you're not feeling it all too fancy. I think these are just Target brand. We have 3 or 4 of them around the house.
Not really dishwasher safe, but
I
it's fine.
We stick them in the dishwasher.
We stick them in there all the time.
Mug number 2. Yes!
You want to talk about this one?
Actually, kind of really.
Why did you do that?
This is currently my daily drinker. This is a James Coffee Company mug. James Coffee Company is in San Diego, California, and they just make wonderful coffee. If you look closely, I think you can see the owl etched on the mug there. Really nice. And I have 2 of them, I think. Yes. Like the day after I got this, I wanted to wash it before I drank out of it for the first time. And I put the lid in the dishwasher and it melted the whole thing. And this is why I don't use the mug, is because it doesn't have a lid.
So this is a cool place in Arizona. It's pronounced Peixoto. It's this really cool place that does like crop to cup, which they actually have direct relations with their growers, which is very uncommon, especially in like American coffee shops. It's just not something that happens.
Give us mug number 6.
Let's go with another cool place in the Twin Cities. So this is Wildflower. They started off as a nonprofit in Minneapolis, and they roast their own beans. In December, they're actually going to have their first storefront, which is super exciting.
Oh, cool.
And you should definitely go check that out because they're incredible and lovely humans. Their whole mission statement is to help youth with like job opportunities and to help kind of like clean up the streets. So it's like a really great place that actually cool. Quixotic, we worked with them this summer. They supplied our cold brew, did a couple seasonal drinks, and had to buy a mug again just because it's a cool place. And honestly, this orange and like yellowy color is striking. Yeah. And this is probably my favorite mug that we have.
Oh, really? Nice. I guess I didn't know that. What do you call this style of mug?
It's like a diner mug.
Like a diner mug. While we're on this mug, why don't you grab the last diner one that we have? The third diner mug is from Huckleberry Roasters in Denver, Colorado. But let's talk for a second about the diner mug.
My opinion is that aesthetically and like hand feel wise, it's incredible. As far as keeping your beverage warm, it's pretty poopy.
Yeah. 2 seconds later, coffee's cold. It doesn't.
Sometimes
it's not
1 second.
That is truly the only downside of this.
All right, so next mug. So these are 2 mugs that were actually gifts to me by my father. And if you know anything about my father, is that he loves to like give gifts that kind of like revolve around inside jokes and are kind of funny and like not to be taken too seriously. So I mean, they're mugs, like you hold coffee in them, and he knows I love coffee, but he decided to give me 2 that are references to, I'd say, like staple TV shows in my TV diet.
Sure. Speaking of mugs, let's keep going.
All right. You figured it out yet?
Well, the mugs are uneven. Is it better now?
I feel better if you move these 2.
Jeez, to where?
Behind.
Yeah, we should just have it. All right, so this is
a big one.
This is a big mug.
Deal.
This is one of my favorite mugs. This is something that it's kind of like an initiation. Like if you stay with us, it's kind of expected that you drink coffee out of the hot stuff mug. And this is just a pair of underwear. Yeah. So it's a butt. Hot stuff.
Hot stuff. So these mugs are both from Soda. I feel like these are pretty low usage. So Brian is not a coffee drinker, but he frequently uses this mug. And what do you use the mug for, Brian?
Queso. So in our first house that we lived in, there's just 3 of us. We had a distinct shortage of bowls that were good for queso. We had like full salad bowls, and that's it.
Sure.
So I was gonna put a whole thing of queso in a salad bowl, and you guys never use these mugs for coffee or drinks, and so I'd put queso in there and microwave it, and I could get my hand in there so I could eat it.
We only got 3 left. Let's go with one that means something, especially for you.
Yes. So this mug is a Sidecar Coffee mug. Sidecar Coffee is located in Cedar Falls, Iowa. I worked there in college. They have some of the best coffee I've ever had. And I know that sounds biased after I just told you I worked there, but the coffee is so good. Sidecar was kind of the coffee shop that like brought me into the coffee world. And I feel like nobody has really like matched the bar since.
So this is a mug that was, again, another gift. This is kind of fun because the little screen on here actually changes colors, and it's a little Mario game when it's hot. And this is a Fellow kettle, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but Fellow, if you're watching this video,
But I mean, if you want to be a sponsor.
if you want to be a sponsor, let us know. Dude, I really hope it works. Not that it's not going to work. Did you have a Game Boy when you were a kid?
Didn't everyone have a Game Boy when they were a kid?
I don't think everyone had a Game Boy, but I think a lot of people
Okay,
had
well,
a Game
cool
Boy.
kids had
Yeah.
Game Boy.
Did you have one?
Yes.
So you were a cool kid.
Uh-huh.
Look at it now. Pretty cool, huh?
And it says, "Thank you, Mario." And he says, "Oh, Daisy."
Oh, Daisy.
Ridley.
This has been the mug tour. I just really love and appreciate kind of all the mugs that we have and the stories behind them. Like I said, I just love drinking coffee out of a mug and not necessarily like always on the go. I hope you spend some time reflecting on the mugs that live in your home. This has been the mug tour. See you later. It's very hot.